Hi guys. Hi Garrett, Angel, and Permafrost. Welcome to the stream. I had to kick out my dog because they were getting rowdy. So how are you guys today? It's been 2 weeks. We had 1 week free of tyranny. So that's nice. Did you guys like the first episode? It's been good. Good. I'm glad. Also, my mic has been a little bit weird lately, like it's been picking up more noises than I'm used to. How do I want to win? I don't have like a front runner yet. I don't really have someone like I love. Like the queens I enjoy, I don't feel are doing super well, but granted, it's only been 1 episode. It was eventful. There was a lot. There was 15 queens to talk about, and then there was a Miley Cyrus moment, and then... But like overall, I was thinking about this. The way I talk about Drag Race, at least on these streams, is mainly just the runway looks. And I could just not watch the episodes and just like talk about the looks, and I think I could get away with it. But I do enjoy watching the show, so I do watch it. But I was just thinking about it, I was like, I don't really talk about the moments in the workroom because they don't really, I don't think they don't matter. Like I just think about like in the context of the show as a competition, besides for us, like when Rue says, who do you want to win at the end? It doesn't really matter what goes on in the workroom. This should have been a Miley moment, but Silky took it. It was dumb. I didn't like it. I didn't like it from the beginning. I was like, she doesn't even look good in those, in that facial hair. It's all wrong. That was the best possible way for that to happen anyways. I also kind of skipped through that, where I was like, I don't really care what they're talking about. I think I also skipped through it in Untucked too. I was like, I also do not care what's happening in this moment. Why hasn't there been a season where everyone knows how to sew? I think a lot of people just think, oh, I'm not going to do the worst. They're just someone that's going to do worse than me so they don't learn. But... You just, you know, you have to learn how to sew. Maybe they're also, I think a lot of people audition without the idea that, like, without really thinking they're gonna make it. I think a lot of people audition and then they make it and they're like, oh fuck, now I have to get everything ready, and they're so busy getting everything ready they don't take like a really quick YouTube sewing tutorial. And the thing is, you don't need to learn how to sew. Ben de la Creme literally hot glued everything and won. You don't need to learn how to sew. You just need to know how to construct an outfit, which these queens, a lot of these queens didn't know how to do. Scarlet Envy, it's very, here's why. She's very into herself in a way that is off-putting. It seems cocky and not confident, and there's a difference. I think that's it. I feel the same. I don't feel this. I don't hate any. Okay. I was about to say I don't hate anyone. That's not entirely true. But I guess we'll talk about that queen when we get to it. How do these girls audition and not know what they need to do? They know what they need to do. They just don't expect to get on the show, the majority of them, or they think they can slide on past the challenges that they're not going to do well on. And some of them, I think a majority of them are like, I don't even care to win. I just want to be on the show. because it's fine. Like, Soju went home first. She's fine. She's doing excellent. Okay. Soki is more annoying than Eureka. We'll talk about that in a bit. Let me pull up the wiki and show off the outfits. I think I'm just gonna talk about the entrance looks and their runways together, because this is how it's listed on the wiki, so I may as well just do that. But yeah, and it's alphabetical, so it's not in order of how they appeared, because I know Vanessa was the first one. I think it was Vanessa and Plastique. Vanessa entrance, Plastique runway, but it's not gonna be that order. Okay. I'm just making sure it looks good on stream. I added a little border. Okay, let's talk about A'keria Chanel Davenport. Oh, also, if there's anything specific about the girl you want to talk about within the episode, like if, let's just say Brooklyn Heights comes up and we're talking about her outfits and you want to talk about something she said on the show, that's the time to do it. No understanding why the girls have a sense of entitlement and act like the number of times they audition means they need to stay more. Yeah, I don't understand that either. It's just, I think it's because I don't know. I think they're just trying to be Alaska. You know, Alaska had this kind of, it's a commitment. Like, oh, they're committed to this because they auditioned so many times. I think that's kind of what they're trying to get across, but I don't think it really is any help. So let's talk about A'keria. I don't think I'm going to be long on any of these outfits, to be honest. Her entrance look, it's fine. I don't mind it. I like how when you actually look at it in the actual episode, it is a lot of skin showing, but in this picture it's just like, oh, that's some nice little I want to call it fencing. I don't, y'all know I've been so bad with words lately. Just some nice cover, but I like the skin showing. She did say herself that she does like to show skin, and it's there. Now this legendary look, this was probably the biggest like reaction for me when I watched it. I was like, yes, this is it. This picture is terrible. This is such a bad picture. Why is this the picture like, she should have done it from the side or something. She should have had a better pose, because it's not. Like, she has a great pose in the first one for this outfit. The second one is not showing off that hair how it needs to be shown off, because that hair was everything. It goes down to her ass. It's so good. Hi, some girl. Welcome to the stream. You didn't like the last part of the wig? I wish I can like turn it. I wish they had a profile shot, but that's not how this works. But yeah, this look is by far the second best. I do think that that's where it was, and it did get the biggest reaction. Like, if I had picked a winner, it probably would have been her. But like when you zoom in compared to Brooklyn, this one is, it's not as well constructed. Do I think she has some facial work done? I don't know. I can never tell. I can't tell. But yeah, I loved her runway. This was excellent. Next, we're gonna talk about Ariel Versace. We're going alphabetical. So she walks in and she gives a Lizzie McGuire reference, and I was like, is she like, I was at like, it's been a while. I haven't watched a Lizzie McGuire movie in a hot minute. I'm like, is she wearing the actual outfit from the Is This What Dreams Are Made Of performance? She's not. So I was like, oh, okay, that's not it. And thank God, because I actually didn't like that outfit. But then I was like, oh, she's trying to do the igloo dress from the fashion montage. And that's when Taylor Daynes cover Supermodel is playing. The thing is, this don't look like a fucking igloo. It's just a, you know, a large dress. It doesn't look like the igloo dress, and it just it's just not. It doesn't. I want it to be the igloo dress. Like, I want it to be exact recreation of the igloo dress. There's not even a hood on this. I think there is a hood she posted on Instagram, but it's like, come in with the hood. I don't mind this actual outfit. I just don't think the reference added anything to it. You know? Yeah. But it's not a bad look by any means. I don't like that hair with it though. Her Laganja look, I hate it. I hate this look. I don't like it. I think it's pretty boring and okay. She described her fashion sense as something much more than what this is. It's very similar. Remember season 5, J. Jolie came in and she was like, oh, I'm basically Lisa Frank in drag. And J. Jolie wore primarily black all season, the season she was on. And it's kind of in that same way where Ariel is not conveying how she said she was. And it's disappointing because how she described herself as was far better than what this is. And also, while I'm at it, remember at the beginning of the stream when I said there was a queen I didn't like? This is that queen. This is that queen. And you guys know me. You guys know me. You guys listen to me for fucking hours. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't just dislike people. I just don't dislike people. That's not how I work. I can't afford to just dislike people because I'm an asshole, so I just can't do that shit. I have to like actively try to like people. There's just something about her I cannot stand. And it's because one of the very first things she did was just the hypocrisy of it all. She comes in, she's like, oh, I'm an Instagram queen, but I hate when people call me an Instagram queen because I can perform. Then Soju walks in, and then she's like, oh, but you do YouTube. Aren't you more of a vlogger? Or I think she said blogger. Aren't you more of a blogger? And she literally says, oh, she doesn't know how to perform. And I'm like, wow. You don't look in the mirror at all, do you? It just, I just couldn't stand that. And then it just kept snowballing and snowballing and snowballing throughout the episode where I don't have this reaction to most people. I don't want to say I just outright dislike her because anything can change. She can change my mind. But like, I did not have a good reception of her in this episode. But yeah. And I just do not just go out on my way to hate people. That's not how it is. Like, I think it came across like that once for Ben de la Creme, and that was it. And then I praised Ben de la Creme when she needed to be praised. Like, come on. Yes. But yeah. Let's move on. Brooklyn Heights. Brooklyn came to like conquer. It's very clear. This first entrance look I really love. One thing I want, I'm pointing with my finger, but I have a mouse cursor. I can just circle. I want like this shiny gold to be the same material for the hat. I want this hat to be gold. That's the only thing I would change. Oh, no, there's actually one other difference. She came in with that little rinky-dink fucking flag. That rinky-dink fucking flag. When we have two separate occasions with queens walking in, like, not walking in, but just performing on stage. Performing on stage and, like, just conjuring giant flags for lip syncs. Yara Sofia and Alaska both just... Alaska pulled a flag out of her wig, and I don't even know where Yara Sofia got her flag. It just popped out of nowhere because of the editing of that lip sync. But yeah, like, what was that tiny ass fucking flag? It's the same thing with, and we've had a critique about those tiny ass flags before with Serena. Like it doesn't help. Like those tiny ass, just mass marketed and produced in China flags are not really something that says, "Oh, I'm representing a country." You know. Yeah, that was a problem. But like otherwise, she killed the look. Her detox legendary look. By the way, I think this entire which queen you got was so incidental. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Like I don't care if she got like she is one of the few where it's like, oh, detox. Like obviously Ariel's Laganja was just all pot leaves, but it's like she's one of the few where it's like, okay, you can really see the detox, but whatever. This looks like something she brought. I'm really impressed. It looks like something she brought. It doesn't look like she sewed it in however long, like 8 hours. I don't know how long they got. This looks good. It looks like she could have and would have worn this on a regular runway that she brought from home. Like it's that well made. And it's so shocking because of that material. That's not, you just don't make something quick and that suited to your body in that quick a time. I don't like Brooke 1 and 2, but she had an Instagram posing with someone in blackface. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's shitty. I'm still gonna give her praise for what she's doing good, but yeah, that's shitty. I thought Brooks and Akira's looks were looks they brought for like a superhero runway. That is, it does feel superhero. I think superhero is just a really easy thing to conjure when with drag queen sewing. But I think I have all I had to say on Brooke. Entrance look for Honey Davenport. I like the idea of this dress. I don't like those bulbous hips. I don't think those look good. What I would have liked is if it was just, you know, her regular shape and then it mirrored the gloves where it like pointed back. There's just like little accoutrement stuff just like pointed back. I think that would have been cute. But I think this really is just distracting. It doesn't look good. The dress is so basic. It's so basic, and I think she was trying to go, oh, this is Ben de la Creme, a really basic dress. But at this, it's just not. It should have been much more grand. You know, she sewed a complete outfit though. That doesn't look bad. It's just so boring. It's not exciting in any way. There's no exciting element to it whatsoever. Oh, and these little ruffle things on her hips that go around. Those bothered me. Those bothered me because it was they weren't like equal, and they just kind of like smushed together. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. Let's move on to Kahana. Oh, this girl. Ooh, I forgot and I remembered. Okay, we can talk about these looks as if they're the same look, because they're the same fucking look. Also, can we talk about how she said when she was defending this look, how she was saying that this look is not a representation of her drag when she came into the workroom like this. She wore this on her own accord, her Honda Accord. Like, come on. How can you say this is not a representation of your drag when you come in like this? They're cut from the same cloth. Like, come on. That's ridiculous, and they're terrible. They're terrible. Soju, okay, let me just talk about Soju's real quick. Soju's dress, like, it was very clear Soju had an idea, like, oh, I want to make the silhouette. And she didn't really have a clear way to make it. She was like, I don't really know what to do with it. So I'm just going to tie this, you know, fabric around it and hopes it looks good. So, like, in that way, it's like, okay, that's a clear reason why it's in the bottom, because it's just a mess. But I, much like Akira had the best positive reaction to me, Kahana's has the by far the worst. I was like screaming at my computer screen going, what the fuck are you wearing? How can we do this? Oh, her out of drag is everything. She literally said, oh, she got everyone the way she was like, oh, you have to say it's sexy. And she said it so sexy, I was like, oh, that's affecting me and my loins. That's good. I love Kahana out of drag. But these outfits, you know what? No, not worth it. How can anyone do this? I can't fathom why any wig with why either wig for either outfit. Because I don't think either are good for what they're wearing. This is the worst. Like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate these outfits so much. I don't see a single redeeming quality. Oh, I want to talk about the bra. Let me talk about the bra real quick. RuPaul says that they can wear their own undergarments. So that's not really a bad thing, in my opinion. It's just a black bra. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't think any hair would have saved this. They're bad. These are bad outfits. Point blank. Let's move on. Mercedes. I love Mercedes' entrance look. If she didn't have all that bullshit, if she wasn't holding this fucking diamond with all this down here, if she didn't have this shawl thing, it would have been better, much more sleek, much less distracting if she didn't have all these elements to it. It just isn't, it's a gorgeous gown with all this stuff on. That's all it needs. She didn't need all of that with her. It's like she's literally just holding a diamond, serving it like she's a waitress. Like, come on. The legendary look, again, plain. I don't hate it. But like, I said this before. I've said this a lot. This is why Naomi rocked on her on All-Stars 4. It's a runway performance. Mercedes didn't even, she wasn't there. It was like she wasn't even trying to sell the garment. And that's what landed her in the bottom, because this is a safe look. It's a safe look for doing white face. I mean, it's very bright. Granted, this picture is using a flash that the first one isn't, so it's like there's just a bit more of a flash. But like, I'm sorry, it's a runway performance. You just cannot just like, she may as well have been dragging her feet. It's like she wasn't trying in any way, and that's why she was on the bottom, and I think deservedly because of that. Moving on to Nina West. Her entrance look I love. I love that entrance look. I love that her shoes match the collar on her coat dress. I think this is a really simple but effective look to like really showcase who she is. Girl, this fucking runway. Kudos. It's like, okay. It's like she spent so long just making the structure for the dress. Like, okay, it's a dress now. Let me just add a whole bunch of bullshit that does not need to be on it. Even if it doesn't fit well. And it doesn't look good. And it's not working. Because it's pretty terrible. Yeah, it's not creative. I don't agree. I do think Soju should have been on bottom. Soju, I mean, I did not like Soju's. But I have no idea what the fuck is on her shoulder. I still don't know what the fuck these little circle things are. It's bad. Even the hair's bad, and that's her own hair. That's her own hair. It's like, it was just like everything is terrible. It's pretty bad. I will say, these are like some of the worst. See, these are some of the worst we've seen. Let's move on to Plastique Tiara. It's the same outfit. It's the same outfit. Oh my god, it's the literal same outfit. What the fuck? Okay, you know what? I have to say kudos to her. She went in, she was like, you know, I have this outfit already. Let me just like remake it and I'll look good. And it was mom. And it kind of works out because the judges didn't see it. The judges didn't see that first outfit. They didn't see none of that shit unless they showed the photo shoot, which, can I say for the photo shoot? I don't think that I feel like I'm dumb for just realizing it. The photo shoots had nothing to do with the photo they took. I just like now realize it. It's all about personality. It's all about like presenting yourself in a really fun, interesting way. Like, cause I was like thinking back in like so long ago, like remember season 4 with Jiggly Caliente winning? It's cause she fell and she got back up. It was like, that's why she won. Because she was presenting like good personality while doing that photo shoot. The photo shoot has nothing to do with the picture. But yeah. Plastique Tiara. They're the same outfit. She looks damn good though. She looks damn good. I will say I like the second one more. I think because it's just a little bit more simple. It just resonates more for me. Like I like this, like the intricate design. It's all stone. It's cute. But I think this one just works better. It's a little bit more elegant, and I think it pops more. And I like the roses. I think that just adds more drama to it, if you will. But yeah, are those the exact same shoes? Are those the same tights? I think those are the same tights. Wait a minute. Okay, I don't think you guys can see this. Or maybe you can see it here. She's wearing gloves. But they're not even gloves. They just go to her wrist. But why is she wearing them? She doesn't need them. It's like her arms are fine. Why is she wearing that? Because that's great. Like, I don't like that. Like, you can see the difference in her arms here. It's that, why is she wearing that? Why was she wearing that? No, those are no, it cuts off on the wrist. It doesn't reach the nail. It cuts off on the wrist. It's like it stops. Oh, you can't see it on this side. I'm like showing off her left side of her body. Yeah, it stops right here. There's no place for, there's no nails on them. She just wore them. It's just for the there's literally nothing to them except for some stones on the wrist. She has some cyst. Oh, the cyst. Oh, the cyst. Yeah, that was bad. But she looks good. She looks good. It's a well-crafted outfit. I mean, obviously, she already had it, so she knew how to make it. Let's move on to Ra'Jah O'Hara. Oh my god, I keep forgetting about these outfits. I just watched the episode. I watched it again today. I usually only watched it once. I only watched the episodes once for All Stars. All Stars 4 for these live streams. But I watched it twice because I was like, there's a lot going on, so I need to refresh. But I still cannot remember any of this. Her entrance look, I love this entrance look. You know, besides the falling earrings. And like, at that point, if your earrings are falling off that much, just don't let them on. And they're big enough. Put them on your fucking wrist. They're big enough where you can just take them, put them on your wrist. Now they're a bracelet. You know, just do that. That works. But her legendary look, her runway. No, I don't like any of that. Well, okay, I actually take that back. I like all of it actually, but separately. I like all of. Well, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't mind the hair, but not for this outfit. Actually, I don't like this. I just like the bottoms and the boots. Those are the only things I like. I don't like this. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it whatsoever. And it's like, okay, I understand what she's doing with the Kennedy Davenport rainbow, but like, come on, you can't just do that rainbow look with when Kennedy had 2 amazing rainbow dresses. And then this is your rainbow look. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Why do so many of these queens look bad? This is, I would say, no, it's not worse than the queens that were in the bottom. Well, it is worse than Mercedes, but Mercedes just didn't perform well. But yeah, good entrance, bad runway. Scarlet Envy. Scarlet. This is Monet Exchange Season 10, where the promo look was it. Can we actually scroll up to the promo look? One of the few good ones, right? One of the few good promo looks this season. And her entrance, her two looks that we have so far are not living up to this. You know, it's not living up. It's just not working. Like, this was everything. I was like, okay, that's a bitch that can play. But then we get this, and I'm like, no. The thing is, with this outfit, I wish I could zoom in and it like adjusted correctly. I love all these pieces separately, except for that hair. I love all these pieces separately. I don't like those butterflies, no. And these gloves I don't like. And these tights I don't like. But I like the, you know, the main part of her outfit. I like that. I think this is good. But it doesn't look complete. It doesn't look finished. Yeah, her makeup is hit or miss. Like, oh my god, her mug and the promo was everything. But it's not the same mug that she's wearing here. This is a lock, right? I'm correct in thinking this is a lock. It's supposed to be like kind of a chastity thing. I think that's the only thing. The chest area is bad. It's not that well done. And then this outfit's super plain. It's plain. I'm tired of boas. You guys already know that. The hat's cool. If she made the hat, I think it's cool. And yeah, you know, these sections here, that's nice. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. That's fine, but it's a little plain for me, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. Yeah. Did you guys watch the... I'm fine with talking about the 10-minute preview that went up today, because these are bi-weekly, so I'm not going to be back till episode 3. Did you guys watch the preview for this? Because she's very full of herself. She came in and she was like, well, the girls thought I looked nice. And it was like... And then one girl was like, you have holes in your dress. Like, get over yourself. Yeah. It's a letdown from the promo that she has on now. Yeah. Let's move on to Sugar Cane. Sugar Cane. I hate that hair. I hate that hair so much. I don't like it. I don't like that hair. Why? Why should she wear that hair? Literally any other hair would have worked better. Hi Sarah, welcome to the stream. I think this outfit's cool. I like this outfit. I think it's pretty well done. I kind of wish the gloves were a part of the outfit. That's like one thing, but it's fine. The disjointed. It's just because they're not even the same material. I wish they were. She's a really fun personality, that's for sure. By far I think the most fun personality here. The most likable. I don't think she's polarizing as of yet anyways. But yeah, the entrance look I thought was good. Overall, besides the hair. Besides the hair. This runway, I don't like it. It's not even like a kind of a thing where, oh, you have these different elements to pick from as why it's bad. It's just overall not it. The hair on the Sharon look, I don't mind the hair on the Sharon look. I guess that is polar. Her style is polarizing, but her personality is not, I guess. Yeah, it's just there's nothing to really pinpoint that why it's bad. I'm sorry I keep like clicking in and out of this. I know it looks bad on stream, but yeah, it's just not doing it. It's like, what the fuck is this lasagna of a skirt? And yeah, also this is a weird photo. This is a photo that, well, one, it's like, let me wait. It's like she's not posing for the camera. It's like she's posing for a different camera. It looks like we're not looking at the right picture. Like, it's like there's a different camera there that we should have looked at. What is this? It also looks like she's walking, like she's in motion. What is this picture? Anyways. Super 80s prom. Yeah, I think that's the feeling she's trying to give. But I don't think it's... I'm not gonna like it because of that. Chigo's is better than Scarlet, but it's not like I like it. But yeah, it's not my favorite. Moving on, Silky Nutmeg Ganache. I love her entrance look. Very hip-hop music video. Correct. Looks good. Every piece is correct. She looks really good in it. I was not a fan of this legendary look. And like, I see people living for it, or at least I saw like the fashion photo review. And I was like, I don't like it. Also, this hair's... That's not a RuPaul's Drag Race runway hair. No. That's not a... It's not even a like a really immaculate bun. My main issue comes with this panel. I think it would have worked better if this panel wrapped around the back slightly, like was cut in half, wrapped around the back. This material was put like down like in a triangle shape or some sort of segment, and it wrapped around the back and it just worked better. I think that would have helped. I don't like this peppermint. I don't think it looked cute. So I wish she didn't bring it out. I thought when she threw the candy or whatever it was, I was not here for it. Silky needs ironically an attitude check. Let's talk about personality. Personally, from what I saw on the show, was no different than what I saw from the Meet the Queens or the Drag Race live stream disaster that happened, where we just got to meet the queens and Adam Rippon asked questions. I didn't find a difference. I liked her then. I liked her in the show. The difference is the show is editing her saying things repeatedly over and over and over again, all at once. It's really laying it on thick. Like, The queens are annoyed by her, thus you need to be annoyed by her too. I'm not going to be annoyed by her until I have a reason to be annoyed. If she's loud, she's loud. That I like her because she's loud. I've yet to have her say something, and I do skip around. I've yet to have her say something that I've not liked. But it is also understandable why a lot of people are not feeling her now. It's a lot. It's a lot. That is true. She was complaining about not having enough time. Resources is a different issue, but not enough time while wasting time, that is a problem. But yeah, is there anything else about Silky? Oh, I thought it was complete bullshit. That, I think the main people that were talking about Silky in Untucked were Ariel and Scarlet. And you already know I was thinking about Ariel. And I'm like, these are the kind of motherfuckers that need to talk shit about someone. So they are just gonna talk shit, and they know that Silky is an easy target because they're like, yeah, everyone's gonna agree that she's annoying. Like, that's how it felt. That's how it felt anyways. Did I say the Mercedes comment? I don't think I did. No. I don't think she's producing herself that much. I think she's just... if she knows she's on camera, she's gonna act a certain kind of way. I do that. You guys think I act like this in real fucking life where I talk about this shit all the time? Nah. I'm quiet. I barely talk in real life. I just know I'm on microphone and I need to talk. We all produce ourselves in some sort of way when we're on camera or on microphone. When we're knowing we're showcasing ourselves to the world, we act a certain kind of way. Every single person does it. Oops. Let me adjust. Oh, I did not see that. Yeah, that's a bad joke. It's a shitty joke. It's a shitty joke that has really... that she should know was not even going to receive a laugh. Even if it did, didn't deserve it. If they were laughs, those were awkward laughs. I did not watch the Roscoe's video. I just didn't get around to it this week. I usually do. I usually watch the Roscoe. But yeah, let's move on. Soju. I like this look. Her entrance. I think it's a perfect representation of her. I mean, she does, you know, do this. I don't know exactly what it's... if it's like karate or kung fu or whatever it is, or whatever type of martial arts it is. I don't know the exact kind she does, but it's cool. I don't think it needed this. I don't know if this is traditional, where it's like goes out into this kind of train. But if that's her way of feminizing it and dragging it up, I don't know why she didn't come in with everything being sequin. She said judo? Okay, judo. I think that would work better, but it's cool nonetheless. The cis jokes. Yeah, she's an I do know she's an actual instructor. The kimchi look, the legendary look, the runway look. It bad. It real bad. She, I think I already said this, but it looked like she made, you know, that floral design underneath. She made that structure. She was like, oh, this don't look good. So she was like, let me throw some tulle over it. And that was it. That was all it was ever going to be. And she was like, cool, done, let's go. The wig, which wig? The entrance look or the legendary look wig? I like the entrance, I don't like the legendary look wig. Yeah, that's all I have to say. It's bad. It's the first, it's like the immediate one where you go, oh, this is not a good look. It's not. Do I have anything else to say? Oh, the cyst. I I skipped through the cyst. I saw the cyst coming, and I said nah. And then I later heard the word cyst, and I was like, this is obviously have to do with Suju, and I was like, okay. The cyst. But my problem isn't like the cyst being a thing on the show. My problem is Homegirl in real life, outside of the show, Twitter, wherever place she talks about her life, has been saying cyst in whatever way it is. She wrote it on the mirror, and it's like, girl, if there was anything I would try to like distance myself from, is that moment. She kept making jokes, like, of course you make jokes about it, but this ain't a sponge. How are you gonna make a sponge out of a cyst? A cyst on your taint. It's a tainted cyst. What the fuck now? Come on, girl. Why would you not do it? It's not brown cow stunning. You can't make a song out of it. Like, I get it. It's on the show. They edited it that way. You knew it was going to happen because you talked about it a million times. But like, once the show was said and done, like once you were off, I would have made sure that I deleted anything with the cyst. I had blacklisted that word from Twitter. I would have done everything in my power to make sure. Oh, come on. Is she gonna sell pins with the cyst on it? What? Come on, like a bursting cyst on a taint? Are those gonna be your pins for my enamel pin collection? Moving on. Okay, Vanessa, Vanjie, Mateo. I'm still not over the cyst. Like, my head is ringing because of it. Okay, her entrance look. It's cute. Problem is, we've had a better entrance look from her. Her entrance look from season 10 was better. I think, if I remember correctly, I remember talking about it on season 10, and I think I said I didn't like it. I think I didn't say, I said I didn't like the cage. I got peer pressured. One of you motherfuckers in chat said you didn't like the cage, and then I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to like the cage either. This is why the season 10 recaps are the only ones unlisted, because I was full on not sure. I was not comfortable with myself at the time, and then obviously I stopped doing them. But yeah, the season 10 entrance look was better, so that's a problem because she came in hot on that season. This one's okay. I don't like the glitter on this look. I like the glitter on this look. The hair's fine. Her peeking over. Let's just look at that real quick. Yeah, her peeking over. That was cute. I thought it was funny. clearly they filmed all of those like right away, and then she just stood back there without looking. Because I mean, if you're the girls and you're in that workroom and you see a camera just not looking at you and like just paying attention to a partition, then you're just gonna be, oh, obviously there's someone behind there, like obviously. So they clearly filmed all these like, oh, I'm peeking over moments before before anyone walked in. Yeah, hers and Plastique's are very similar. I like this better than Plastique's. I think it's a better look. I think it works better. And I think she wore like she like walked the runway with it with more more purpose. I think it worked out better. I don't think I have anything else to say about Miss Vanjie. She did it. She did really well. Let's hope she keeps it up. Lastly, Yvie Oddly. Okay. I think there's a big problem in the Drag Race community that people think being weird equals being good. That is not the case. Just because I think people are, and it's not even like, oh, like it's bad. It's not bad. Here's the problem. I think people are are exaggerating how well it is because it's weird. And it's like, that's not really how it works. And I talked about this before. I call it getting milked. Because I remember thinking Milk is being perceived as doing much better than she actually was on the show. And then eventually she got kicked off. Not kicked off, eliminated. And I was like, yeah, it's obvious why, because she wasn't actually doing that well. And it just... And this also continued, like, with Trixie or Max. Max actually was doing well. But, like, other queens, too... Oh... I always forget you guys make fun of how I say Milk. It's just always people just perceive weird for being good because Sharon Needles existed for some reason, and it's not the case. When something's good, it's good. These are not great looks. The legendary look I really do like. The entrance look, it's alright. It's alright. It's not the worst thing in the world. I just kind of wish these boas were snakes. I think snakes are a little bit overdone on Drag Race because once you like have someone just bombarded with snakes and they make it their brand, you really can't do snakes. But she's already wearing this very serpentine look. May as well make these boa snakes if you're gonna have them move around. But yeah, this is not that great. Not that great. I do like this. I like this a lot. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's incredible. I just think it's cool. I think it's cool. But I don't think it's an amazing look overall. And it just kind of looks like all the attention's up here, and like this is nothing. This has nothing to it, which is weird because she has really good legs. I mean, people compare her to Naomi because they're so thin and tall. I think there's a picture of them together and it was like, that just, how did the universe not implode there? But yeah, it's just, these legs needed a little bit more attention. Where's Alaska? I think it's Alaska because it's all just plastic. That's it. Once you zoom in, it gets worse. You zoom in, it gets worse. It just looks messy. I think this hood part, I love this. You can't see it on this screen, but the hair, the head, that looks good. I love her mug too. But yeah, it's not as good as people are perceiving it to be, in my opinion. I think people are just, she's weird, so it looks good. No. They literally just gave her plastic, I'm pretty sure. And maybe some fabric. Maybe like just a one strip of fabric. So yeah, that's all the looks. My opinions. Top winner was Brooklyn Heights. Definitely deserved the win, for sure. Like, I think it was close between Aqira, but Brooklyn Heights, it was right. Everything about it was right. Who are the bottoms? Bottoms were Kahana and Soju, and they lip sync to a Hannah Montana song. Didn't I say this a while back where I was like, oh, I would love if they did a Hannah Montana song, but Disney's not gonna allow that. But then they actually did it, so that was actually pretty cool. Problem is, okay, I get it. Best of both worlds, drag anthem. It's like the song. It's like it's best of both worlds. Like drag. It's funny, man, woman. I get it. But Nobody's Perfect is that song. It should have been Nobody's Perfect. Because Nobody's Perfect was the hit in my head. But also, there was also the problem with that song is that Nobody's Perfect comes on strong. And that's like when the impact of the song is at the very beginning. It doesn't really build up, while Best of Both Worlds does build up. And that's better for a lip sync. Okay, I see it. Best of Both Worlds was the correct choice. It was the correct choice. But how is there not a wig reveal with Best of Both Worlds? Come on now. It's Best of Both Worlds. But yeah, the actual lip sync itself was really good. It was actually a really good lip sync. Kahana did amazingly. She did a fucking flip. What the fuck? And I thought Soju did well too. I thought she did actually pretty well. She just had a hard time moving in that dress, and it kind of ruined it. But it was, the tension was all on Kahana, so it was not gonna. She was not gonna win. She had no chance. But she did a pretty, in my opinion, okay lip sync. She did a good lip sync. It was a good lip sync, not just okay. But yeah, that's the episode. Your top 3 for highs and lows. My favorites. Okay, here's who I expect. Who I expect in the top is Aqira, Brooklyn, and maybe Nina. That's who I expect in the top 3. My favorite, like, people-wise, is Sugar Cane, Evie, and Vanjie. I do like Evie, by the way. I do like Evie, even though I just talked a lot of shit. I do like Evie. But those are like my 3 favorite people. Do I think Soju's coming back? No. Oh, while we talk about this, can we talk about how annoyed I am with this conversation of, do you think the queen deserves to come back? It's like, girl, you've seen the show. Queens come back all the fucking time. Get over it. Why are they still having this conversation about Vanessa or whoever else is going to coming back? Just let them come back. Like, I am annoyed by it. I would prefer the queens just went to All Stars. Like, that's how I prefer. But I have accepted that the queens are going to come back on the main show. I understand that. So I just find that conversation so annoying between the girls. It's like, someone's gonna come back. You knew that. You, like, if you thought you were coming on to season 11 and Vanessa wasn't gonna be there, you're point blank an idiot, because she was clearly gonna be there. Everyone knew she was gonna be there. The only reason I didn't think she was gonna be there for a split second is because 14 queens were already announced, and then they announced a 15th one, and I was like, this is too many queens. This is too many. I don't have the time. But yeah. But yeah, that's I think that's it. Anything else we want to talk about revolving around Drag Race? Let me move my mic. Yeah, we down 1 queen. I feel like there's a lot of queens we didn't really get to see. Like, I don't think we really got to, like, know Raja or honey. I think like there were some queens that were just, they didn't get to be shown because there's just too many queens. Any word on New Dragula? Nope, I've not heard anything about New Dragula. I mean, there's 15 queens. There does not need to be that many. You should check out What the Talk podcast. It's really good. Who hosts it? Is it someone I know? Nicole. Oh, Nicole Byer. I love Nicole Byer. Joel Kim Booster. I don't know if I know who Joel Kim Booster. Oh, I do know Joel Kim Booster. Okay, okay. Oh, is it Matt Rogers? Why does it say Joel Kim Booster on the website? Maybe this is a, maybe it changed hosts. I don't know. Season 1 was Joel. Okay. I don't think I know Matt Rogers though. Anyways, yeah, I will check that. I love Nicole Byer. Her other podcast is really good too. So did you guys watch the 10-minute preview? Opinion on Silky? I like Silky. I have not had a reason to dislike her thus far. The mini challenge? The mini challenge was fucking dumb. Well, the mini challenge for this one or for the next episode? I have talked about that. I didn't discuss like the actual photos, because I don't think they matter. I don't think the photos matter. But the mini challenge for the next episode is as dumb. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. And I was like, these girls are doing too much and getting very little results from it. It is the personality. Brooke with Banks. I can't even remember. I don't remember the looks. I watched it and I just kind of did it. Double crowning. Trinity is the real winner? I don't think so. I disagree. Was that a season 10 mini challenge? I feel like they done something similar to that before, like, or way earlier, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Hi, Steven's Lifestyle. Welcome to the stream. While I'm at it, I'm gonna change this real quick. Let's also talk about Pokemon. Whenever we want to get into the Pokemon discussion, we can. From the ball in season 10, I don't remember that. I do not remember that episode whatsoever. Season 10 is probably the only season I've only ever watched once, which is kind of sad. There's clips I rewatch. I think I rewatched a majority of the lip syncs like over again, but like the actual episodes, it's only them. Sabo's the best. Yeah, Sabo or Death. Sabo's the best starter. I always go for the water. My fake evolutions. I was making it as a joke, and then I was like, oh, I like it. And then I realized I spent an hour on it, and I was like, oh, I spent way too much time on this bullshit. I was making, I did it in MS Paint, and I was like, I want to make it look bad, and then it does look bad because it's in MS Paint. But I'm like, I don't think I did that terrible of a job. For drawing with a mouse. I actually like all the starters. I think all the starters are really cute. I like this group of starters because I think there is something for everyone. I don't think someone's going to reluctantly pick a Pokemon. I think everyone's excitedly picked their favorite. But it does seem like Sobble's the most popular, which is surprising me because that has not happened before with the water starters since... Maybe since Diamond and Pearl. Because no one liked Froakie until Greninja was revealed, and no one liked Popplio. I was like one of the very few people that loved Popplio. The Popplio line in Generation 7 is still my favorite of that generation. And Popplio is outright my favorite starter. It's weird because it seems like such a grand occasion this year. It just seems like, oh, and you say, yeah, it's very weird. But I think like 10 years of a show is kind of different than a continuing. you can't see the mouth on the monkey. Yeah, I think the monkey's super cute with it like hitting the rock. My favorite runway song is Super Queen. Oh, this guy, he did the runway mix with the verses of the Super Queen, and it's actually like sounds way better, and I've actually like listened to it. Let me find it real quick. Oops. Let me find. His name is Chris Stoneham. Chris Stoneham. But Super Queen was my favorite. If you just type it, his name is C-R-I-S, Stoneham with a stone with the M at the end. And just go to his community tab and you can see it there. I think the video is blocked because it's Super Queen. But yeah, this runway mix of the verses actually sounds good, in my opinion. What's the runway for this season? Is it Mighty Love? I don't think it's that good. I don't think Mighty Love is that good. Also, you can kind of hear the vocals like come through, but you can't really make out, and it kind of drives me a little wild. I don't like it. I think All Stars 2 was made for Alaska 5000. Not really. Also, it's kind of weird. Isn't Mighty Love an older song? Isn't it a song we've had for like ever now? It's like at least like 2 albums ago. I don't think it's a bad song. It's just not my favorite song. I was sad when Super Queen was no longer the runway song, because Super Queen was my favorite. Because I always got excited for the runway because of Super Queen, because I thought it was a dope-ass song. That the Queen's version of Super Queen is the way it is because they don't want to pay Queens the royalties from clubs playing it. That's weird. I don't know if that's how it's, I don't know how it works. I don't know how clubs playing songs has anything to do with royalties, but sure. I feel like it's, you only get royalties if you buy the song off iTunes. I think they get royalties regardless. The theory is that they changed the song for the choreography to be slower, and that's why it's changed. I think and that makes the most sense. I still hate it though. The official version of Super Queen's bad. Yeah, the run. I mean, and the run. I bought the Christmas album because of the Runway remix of Super Queen on the Christmas album. And I'm like, God, I didn't even like this Christmas album. Let's talk about the only theory that matters. Galar starters are the Powerpuff Girls. I did see that. That is kind of funny. And it matches up way too weird. I don't think the monkey is like the monkey one. I didn't really see as what's her name? Buttercup, right? Yeah. How could I forget her name? Well, because Bubbles was my favorite. Yeah, but when I was watching, I did react to the trailer, but YouTube took it down and I was sad. So I never tried to re-upload it and I already deleted it. And the VOD on Twitch is already super bad, so but yeah, I was watching the trailer and I was like, God, this place is empty. Galar is so empty. And I'm like, obviously they're just like waiting a while before they're gonna populate it for, you know, for trailers and stuff because they just want to show off the location. So I'm like, God, this place looks so empty without people. And it was, I was like, for a moment I was like, are they really not gonna have people at all? Before I was like, they're gonna put people, but I was like, they have had like sprawling cities forever now. And there's like no one in these trailers. But since they just don't want to showcase gym leaders or professors or anything yet. When you think about it, this reveal was super bare. It was the 3 starters and the region. And nothing else. Galar is lingo for having sex in your country? That's... Why didn't they catch on to that? New gym leaders will be fun. It's kind of interesting because like most of the trial captains were like real young kids, and I want like adults again. What types will they be? I think there's theorized types because I think you see the majority of the gyms in the trailer, but like there's for sure like at least I think the first one's a grass gym. And then there's like at least probably a steel type gym. Can they give me fashion? I hope you can customize clothing. I'm sure you can. I don't know why they would take that out. But so far there's no indication that you can. Black and White were really good games. My favorite's Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but Black and White were so good. And I saw the Ferris wheel and I was like, oh, are we gonna have an awkward confrontation with N again in the Ferris wheel? I was like, I hope we do. Because that was it. That was it. I miss N. I miss N so much. N was one of the few, you know, antagonists or whatever you want to call it, where like there was a true connection with, and it was like, and made me feel a certain type of way. Like he's kind of like one of the main reasons why Black and White were so good. Got so hype with the show I decided to play Kalos for the first time. Kalos is... I harp on X and Y so much because they're not great games. But at the same time, I sank over 400 hours in them. And... like that says something, but at the same time, I just like Kalos was one of the very first games where catching as many Pokemon as you can was a fucking challenge. There was 3 different dexes, and they were all, you know, spread out, and there were so many Pokemon in that game that you can catch. But there was the story of it could have been so much better. It was kind of ruined. I actually like a lot of the characters in that game. But yeah. I missed the pixelated Pokemon sprites. Yeah, there's a really good video. If you guys watch Clemps, he did a video about the Pokemon, the problem with the 3D Pokemon models. And that's just, they're just not evolving anymore. And they're not changing in any way. And he's very much right in that. I talked about this too, that I want more animations. And I was really, this is one of the reasons I don't like Let's Go, because I remember thinking, oh, I want more animations. I hope they do that for whatever the first Pokemon game is for the Switch. And they didn't, and I was like, okay, but yeah, it's hard to have 800 new added animations, or like a new animations for all 800 Pokemon. And then, but then I was like, wait a minute, but Let's Go is only the first 151. They could have done it. They could have done it because it was going to be 2 years before they needed all 800 Pokemon's animations. And I just don't think they're going as far as they can with it. Also, there's just weird coloring issues where like a lot of the colors for Pokemon look much paler than official artwork or anything. Like Blastoise and Pikachu, like those are 2 Pokemon that are very distinct with that coloring that's just a little too pale. But yeah, I want more animations. I want different idle animations depending on the health of a Pokemon. Like, a lot could be improved because you're going to spend a lot of time in those battles. That animations are going to be very important, and I hope they progress, but I don't think they are in this game. Anyways, like, I was looking, Caterpie has a single animation. Besides his walking and running animation, he has a single animation for attacks. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing whether he's doing String Shot, Tackle. It's like he doesn't have a large moveset, but he has one attack. At least other Pokemon have an animation for physical and special attacks. Caterpie has a single animation. It's the same no matter he does Tackle or what. And if you go back into Pokemon Stadium, they had big animations for different kinds of moves. Remember Scyther would like stick his scythe into the ground and like propel himself forward? It's like, why aren't things like that happening anymore? And it's just, it's really sad. It's really sad because there's a lot of great potential for, you know, really cool moments in Pokemon when you find it's like, even for boss battles, like legendaries, they don't have that. They don't have these big animations. It's like the same, it's the special and it's the physical. That's all it is. And it sucks. Because Pokemon is a series that I love dearly. And it's like, and I'm excited for these new games. I'm excited for Sword and Shield. But it's not evolving. Funnily enough, for a game about evolving, it's not evolving. It's pretty stagnant. It's the jump from X and Y to Sword and Shield thus far is not a big jump. Like, there's gradual improvements that happen in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but it's not big enough where I'm like, this is big. Will I make more RuPaul's Drag Race videos? No. I have no plan on making any more videos, period. I do streams on Twitch. I upload them here. There's a lot. I just did a stream yesterday where I found this game on Steam about grooming dogs, and they're really fucking creepy dog models that go, "Come and get me, face fuckers," in a really deep voice, and it was the funniest shit I've ever seen on Steam. Well, not really. There's been some really good, weird things I see on Steam. But yeah, that's one of the few things you'll find when I do what I call a lag stream. Ultra Beast, well, like that's not even like, that's not an improvement of the game. That's just concepts. That's not really a jump into, oh, this is different. This is a more improved quality product. What the improvements of Ultra Sun, or at least Sun and Moon, were, you're not in a grid-based movement. You're the terrain is actually different levels, and it goes up. The battle mechanics of like the calling for friends things like that. That was those were the kinds of improvements for Mozo Poipo and Blessifilian. And there were some Ultra Beasts that did have some big that probably could not be done within the 3D models on X and Y because the developers weren't good. And Pokemon does squeeze the juice out of the 3DS. By the time of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which I did not play, they were squeezing everything out. Which is why, like, even though I was not a fan of Let's Go, I was happy for Let's Go to exist, because I want as much time for Game Freak to work on the Switch, to really understand the Switch and really see how the Switch works and how to get as much energy out of the Switch as they can while still making a quality product. And yeah, Sword and Shield, I almost said Sword and Switch, is not going to be the premier Pokemon game. Well, it is, but it's not going to be the definitive Pokemon game on Switch. We're going to get another Pokemon game within like 4 years. For generation whatever 9, maybe not, but it's going to be a much bigger improvement. Also, I forgot Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire existed. That also had a bit of improvement, but I digress. There were 4 Pokemon games on 3DS. That's kind of wild. I mean, 4 pairs of Pokemon games anyways. And I say all this just to say Sobble's the best. And he's gonna grow wings. He's gonna grow wings, and he's gotta get a horn, and he's gonna walk on all 4s. That's what my little God, what even kind of animal is he? He's not a gecko. What is he? I'm blanking on the word. I'm in confusion which one to pick for Gen 8 because Sword is the most heterosexual name, but it's also the blue one. I usually pick the second. Personally, I always pick the second one. So if it's red or blue, I pick blue. If it's gold and silver, I pick silver. Chameleon, thank you. Oh my god, I'm terrible. So I'm gonna get Shield, no matter what. A remake of Sinnoh with Switch graphics. That's gonna happen. That's inevitable. It's gonna happen. What do I think of the hate that... I think that's what YHA is supposed to be that. That's Scorbunny's gonna get if it's firefighting. Well, I was looking at it, and like people are like, the majority of Pokemon are firefighting. That's actually not the truth. The majority are not firefighting. But Scorbunny is really looking to be firefighting. Like it. Do I listen to PokeLeaks? No. Is like Pokeleaks a thing to listen to, or do you mean do I like look or read them? I don't normally do that. I just don't try to because I don't think it's the same thing as like, oh, this is a entertainment thing. Like if it's not spoiling the story, then I'm fine with it. But I don't care to go search out for that kind of stuff. But yeah. So a Scorbunny is probably going to be firefighting or fire electric. Those are the two things. Because the patch on its nose or upper lip or whatever could be electric. But it is looking a lot like a bandage that... there's a fighting Elite Four that wears a bandage on her nose. And it's like, yep, that looks exactly like that. It looks like her Pokemon. But it can be anything. I mean, they tricked us before in the past. I was thinking about this. I think I said this before. If Generation 1 was revealed today, like if this is the first time we saw Generation 1, and we saw Wartortle, we would 100% assume that it was going to be a water flying type. 100% assume that. Maylene. Yes, her. I didn't, I actually haven't played, the story of the Sinnoh region, so I don't remember Maylene. Smash Brothers or Mario Kart 8? That's a hard choice. I like Smash, I've been playing a lot of Smash Brothers, and I have not played Mario Kart 8 since Smash Brothers came out. So like personally I prefer Smash Brothers. I think but Mario Kart's a little bit more universal, and I think a little bit more like less frustrating if you're bad. If you lose, I don't feel like I feel as bad losing in Mario Kart than I do in Smash Brothers. Cuz I streamed Smash Brothers, was it last night? No, it was the night before, when I was getting heated. I was like, how dare you guys beat my Peach? My Peach is the number one Peach in the world. It's definitely not the number. I don't even have Elite Smash with any character. Oh, speaking of Pokemon, are you guys excited for Detective Pikachu? Cause, like, majority of people I know are excited for it and think like it looks good. But every once in a while, I see like one or two people that are like, oh, I don't know, I don't think it looks that great. And I'm like, how does this not look great to you? Detective Pikachu looks amazing. I was so happy about every decision I saw in the latest trailer. I was like, this is it. This is exactly what I want. It looks perfect. I was so here for everything in Detective Pikachu. I did see the Spanish newspaper that had the sword, shield, and gun meme. That was funny. Release date. I think there is a release date. It's May something, right? May 10th. May 10th. You don't like the do you not like the voice because it's Deadpool? Because a lot of people that like Deadpool don't like Detective Pikachu's voice because it's just Ryan Reynolds' voice. But I have no connection with Deadpool because I don't watch superhero movies. So I don't give a fuck. Because to me, it's like, oh, it's a different voice. I don't know Ryan Reynolds' voice enough to, like, have that. So personally, I have no problem with it. I just don't know why they... I was just wondering why they didn't go with like a more gruff voice, like from the game. You didn't even watch the movies? Yeah. I mean, Deadpool was pretty like in pop culture, like you heard it through osmosis. Yeah, the Pikachu looks so good. Even like some of the Pokemon that was like, I didn't think looked that great in the initial trailer that they showed again. I was like, oh, they look better than they did originally. So maybe they were bad angles, or maybe they worked on it a bit more. But that, oh, Ludicolo was everything. I was wheezing at Mr. Mime's crashing. Yeah, that's cute. Mr. Mime is really funny. He's a really funny character. And I have a theory. We're gonna hear his voice. For sure. Mr. Mime's gonna speak. 100%. That's gonna be like the end joke of Mr. Mime. Is that he does actually talk. It's just he refused to talk at the... at the... when they were interrogating him. Oh, and you know what else? The other trailer for the other Pokemon movie got shown. Pokemon Evolution, which is a 3D animated retelling of the Pokemon the first movie story with Mewtwo and the Nursejoy that gets kidnapped. And I'm like, that is brilliant. And I've been saying this for a long time now, that the Pokemon TCG trailers where they have the 3D animated Pokemon that like fight and have like really cool action sequences that even though they're like 10 seconds long, I always say those are some of the coolest media of Pokemon, because it's like, I think the best animation, the best fight scenes of Pokemon we have is those animations. And this is kind of just a movie version of those Pokemon TCG trailers, and I'm like really here for it, and I think it looks really good. I think it comes out this summer in Japan. Who knows how long until it comes out in America. I kind of don't well, depending on how well Detective Pikachu goes, which I can't help but think it's gonna be very good. It may get limited release here in America, but I'm excited. I just want to know who the voice actors are going to be. If it's the original voice actors, I'll be excited, but I doubt it's going to be the original voice actors. But it is a Pokemon movie with Ash, Brock, and Misty, which they have not done. Red and Blue live action movie, is that official? I don't think they officially announced that. I think that's still a rumor, but that would be cool. I want them to adapt Pokemon Adventures, the manga. That would be it. But if it's just the Pokemon Origins, I mean, how many times do we have to see the story of Pokemon Red and Blue? Like Pokemon Origins, we have Pokemon Adventures, like we have so many that are just the Pokemon story, but it'll be cool. It'll be cool. Best Carrie Underwood song. I like Cowboy Casanova. Cowboy Casanova. But Before He Cheats is a classic. That's kind of it. I mean, I like the entire of her debut Some Hearts album, but I only like a couple songs from the other, like Good Girl or Cupid's Got a Shotgun. Gen 3 or 4? I am not really too partial with Gen 3, and I have not played a Gen 4 specific game like Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum. So I don't really know the Gen 4 Pokemon like that, but I do like the evolutions. I like Frostlass. I do like Electivire. I kind of don't like the evolutions on there. Like Leafeon and Glaceon are okay. But like the original Pokemon, I don't really like pay too much attention to. I like a few like Kricketune and stuff. But Gen 3, there's a lot of Pokemon. I like Shiftry. I like Ludicolo. There's some good Generation 3 Pokemon. So I'd probably say Gen 3 more than 4. Region based, I can't say specifically on the region because I have not given Sinnoh a fair chance yet. Sinnoh's the one game I've not played through. Like the one region I have not played through. I did own it for like the briefest of periods, but I never like truly played through it. What time is it? 8:30. I think we'll go for another 10 minutes. How many Pokemon do I think Sword and Shield will have? Probably, I think 70. I think 70 is like the go-to additional numbers for Pokemon games at this point. I don't think they'll add too many. I mean, they showcased a lot of previous Pokemon in the trailer. Obviously, because they had to, but like... They showcase a lot of these Pokemon not in the battle arena and in the wild. So I think it's safe to assume it's going to be populated with a lot of already known Pokemon. It's not going to be too much. Like Black and White was a one-off thing where we got like 150 Pokemon again. That was a lot. That was like, there was no way that's ever going to happen. And that only happened because the entire region was new Pokemon. Okay, sorry, I had to mute my mic for a second. I need to change some settings too. Okay. So what else do we have to talk about before I go? Is anyone interested in the Nosferatu show? The Nosferatu series, because the trailer for that dropped. It's like a teaser. And I am so excited. I am so here because Nosferatu is one of my favorite books. I thought it was really good. And I am so invested already with this. Let me copy this. Let's see. chat's dead. The entire thing on stream just like died out. So are we done? Are we done for the night? Did we exhaust all things we could possibly talk about? I think we did. So let's end the stream before we drag it on too long, which I believe we already did. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. You can follow me on Twitter for like really sad updates. It's really sad. Also, I stream on Twitch not every day. I always say that, but it's been like every couple days, not a lot. But I do stream on Twitch. I play like weird indie games, and then I like get exhausted and just play Smash Brothers, which tends to happen. And Tetris. Actually, at this point, if I own a game, if you ask me to play it, I'll just play it because I'm pretty down. And yeah, and if you have a Switch, you can add me. The Switch code is in the description. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'll be back in 2 weeks. It's bi-weekly, so I'll be back in 2 weeks talking about episodes 2 and 3. And yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.